Hello everyone, my name is Jomi and this is the National Debate League crash course of American Space Dushanbe. In this video, I will tell you about an important debate format that is played by everyone, including debaters of NDL. It is called the British Parliamentary Format, or BPF for short. So grab your tea and notebooks and let's get started. Let's begin with some brief historical facts about the origin of this format. The British Parliamentary Debate Format was established in the early 20th century in the United Kingdom. Leading universities such as Oxford, Cambridge, Limerick, Durham, Bristol, Glasgow and Edinburgh became its centres. Today this format is most widely represented in the UK and Ireland, as well as in other countries in the world including US and Tajikistan, and it is the official format of the World Universities Debating Championships and the European Universities Debating Championships. You may have heard of them. Around 300 teams from all over the world participate in these competitions. Typically, these teams represent universities and colleges, as the parliamentary debate is considered a university-level format. But if you're not a student, don't worry, you can still participate in debates at a professional level in many championships. The first debate championship in the world took place in Ireland in 1992. Subsequent tournaments were hosted by Cork, Princeton, Athens, Manila, Melbourne, and others. In 2002, the championship was held in Toronto, where the team from Oxford University emerged as the winner. To this day, various tournaments take place at regional and international levels. Links to the most popular tournaments can be found in the description. Let's now move on to the essence of the BPF format and how to play it. BPF consists of 4 teams, each consisting of 2 individuals, making a total of 8 players. 2 teams of 4 players on the affirmative side and 2 teams of 4 players on the negative side. In some tournaments, sides are called proposition and opposition, government and opposition, and affirmative and negative. So don't be surprised, it's normal. In the diagram, you can see the order of each speaker's speech. Let's go through it. The first speaker is always the opening affirmative speaker, or so-called first speaker, who delivers a speech that lasts from 5 minutes in regular rounds to 7 minutes in tournaments. At the end of their speech, regardless of the duration, the speaker can take an additional 30 seconds to conclude their speech. I will explain the content of the speaker's speech a little later. Next, logically, the opening negative first speaker or second speaker comes forward to rebut the arguments of the opening proposition team and present arguments for the opposition side. We will discuss this in more details later. They also have a time allocation of 5 to 7 minutes. Following that, the speaker from the opening proposition comes forward to reinforce their case and introduce additional arguments. After the third speaker, the fourth speaker from the opening opposition takes the floor. Their goal is also to reinforce their case and present additional arguments if desired. After the fourth speaker, the game shifts to the closing teams, the so-called second table, and the first speaker from the closing opposition enters the game. The main goal of the first speaker in the closing teams is expansion. Expansion means introducing new arguments into the game. After the expansion by the fifth speaker, the sixth speaker from the closing opposition enters the game. Their goal is also expansion and refutation of the previous opponent's arguments if necessary. And the last speaker from both sides are responsible for analysis. In other words, they are called analysts in debate. The seventh speaker provides an analysis of the entire game but focuses on the success of the proposition side, while the eighth speaker, on the other hand, emphasizes the success of their own side, the opposition. The last 2 speakers cannot introduce new arguments. Their task is solely to provide a specific analysis of the game. In this format, all speakers who follow the previous speaker must refute their opponent's arguments to maintain their chance of winning. That's how the game ends for the speakers. After the round, the judges move to a separate room to deliver their verdict. To see everything in action, watch the BPF simulation round. You will be able to see how speakers fulfill their duties during the debate. Below you can also find links to debate rounds which can help you to get familiar with the format. That's it for the first part of the video. Do not forget to check out the second part for a detailed explanation of each speaker's role. Like, share and subscribe to not miss more videos. See you, bye bye!